and welcome back to another day. Please don't mind my hair. I know my hair is looking funny, but what to do? Anyways, I'm going to continue my story from where I stopped the last time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me slay my hair. Let me slay my hair. So, like I said, every Wednesday I will be telling stories about my life. Yeah, my life. Okay, we good. The last time I mentioned me staying with my grandmother, me running away from home, and how my mom came and got me. So I stayed with my family for like 1 year or maybe some months or something, and they sent me off to stay with this my wicked, heartless aunt. I mean, this person was gruesomely wicked. I am talking about 4 years of torment, 4 years of constant beating, 4 years of walking like a slave. Like this person was heartless, okay? She had 4 kids. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't even know what my mother did to this person or what my elder sister did to this person. And you won't imagine that my elder sister stayed with her. My elder sister actually stayed with this family. Okay, and what happened? She ran away and they took me and put in the same environment. Like, who does that? I think adults should know better. You can't put a kid in a toxic environment and this kid runs away. You take another one and put in the same environment. So I was like the tool for revenge. She used me as her tool for revenge. This woman was constantly insulting my mother, saying all these obnoxious things about my sister. She would say all this, how my sister, my elder sister, how she was a thief, she did this, she did that, and she would lash it all on me. She would fall on me. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I was so young. I was so oblivious to so many things. I did not know what was awaiting me. I went into this house innocently. Oh my goodness. I recall the first day I got into this house, I was like sitting, in the kitchen and they dish food, when I save their kids, Yeah, so after the kids finished eating, they put together their leftovers, like whatever was left on their plate. They put everything together and they gave me to eat and they told me, go sit there. And I was like, oh my gosh. But do you know what? I was thankful. Whoever gave me this food, I recall telling this person, thank you. The food was nice. Because to me, the food was nice compared to what we were cooking, Because these people were rich. Obviously, they were cooking nice food. And that is how it continued. I was always eating the old food. Remember, I was still very young, so I could not cook, okay? It is later on that I started cooking. They were always giving me the old food in the fridge. There was nothing like breakfast. Breakfast for what? Eat breakfast. She will ask you in your family, do you eat breakfast in the morning? Do you drink tea? Do you eat chicken? Poor people. She will insult me, insult my mother. Tell me how I'm very useless, how my family is useless. Tell me how I will amount to nothing. Tell me how I will never have a future. What did this woman not tell me? She told me how I will beg on the street and nobody will be able to help me. She told me how I will never have education. This woman told me, in this house, I never sat on the couch. Like the chairs in the main sitting room. No, sit there as who? In your house, are you people having this kind of chairs? Are you living in this kind of house? Go get a chair from the kitchen and sit. And I will have to sit distance away, some few meters away. Like, oh God, only the workload in that house. I will get up in the morning, sleep late at night. Imagine a very big house with 4 kids, you guys. And they were always having maybe some parties or something. I don't know. I don't understand. The husband was a very big person in the society or maybe politics or whatever. Only the workloads, beatings, insults. This woman will beat me for nothing. Nothing. You have stolen this. Family of thieves. Your sister is a thief. She will tell everybody. always disgracing me. When people come visiting or whoever or whatever, she will start telling them about my family, how we are useless, how we sell on the streets. Listen to me. I talked about staying with my grandmother, with this woman. It was hell. It was hell. One thing is, people were always disappearing, okay? Today, they will hire somebody, the person will come and disappear. Tomorrow, they will bring somebody, the person will come and disappear. And one day also, I decided to also disappear. So this guy, even though he was older than me, but at least he was young but older than me, one day he decided that no, we need to leave this place, you know? And what happened? We took our things 4 a.m. in the morning and we hit the road. You won't imagine, on foot, okay? So we were just going and going and going. Then we got confused. Why? We saw so many roads and we were like, okay, which one are we taking? Are we to take this one or this one? So we asked somebody. We saw somebody and we said, please, can you help us? We are going to the northwest region, you know, to Bamenda. Please, where is the road? Oh, God. You guys, trust me. Northwest is very, very far. This is something like 6 hours drive. And we were walking on foot, expecting to get there on foot. So we were like, Uncle, should we take this one or this one? Which road? Which one leads to the northwest region? And Uncle was like, okay, don't worry, you know. He was very wise. Immediately he knew that, these kids are running away from home. And he was like, well, you know, it is very far, but I'm going to help you guys, you know, put you in a bus. And I was like, oh, thank God. Finally, yeah, somebody is going to help. You know what? He was like, just come, let me go get money from the house, you know, and put you guys in a bus so that you can be on your way. And we actually followed this guy, you know. We followed him, got to his family house, and then his mom started asking all these questions, like, where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. Automatically, I just said, oh, my God, these people are going to take us back. And I said, please, don't take us back, okay? Just help us so that we can get to the northwest. Funny thing, they were like, okay, do you have your father's phone number or your mother's phone number or anybody's phone number? And I was like, no. The other guy also, you know, he came from the village. I know that period, that particular period, people in the village, they were not having phones or something. I don't know. But, you know, I did not know anybody. Him also, same thing with him. So we were like, oh, sorry, we don't know anybody, but just put us in the bus when we get to the northwest region. And then I don't know what happened or what transpired. The only thing I can recall is somebody came there, you know, took us to the national radio station. National radio station. So when we got there and, you know, this person sat and said, well, you guys are at the national radio station. Don't worry, you are safe. You are going to get back to your parents. Ooh, I just said in my head that, oh, this will not happen. And then they started asking like, okay, what is the name of this person you were staying with, you know? I did not really want to pronounce that name. I did not want to verbalize that name. I did not want to. But this other guy, you know, he knew the full name. I did not even know the full name of this, my auntie's husband, but this other guy knew the full name, and he gave them the full name. So what happened? They searched the person, then they brought the picture like, is this the person? And he said, yes. What happened? These people were like, oh, well, this man is a very big man, you know. We are going to get into trouble if we pronounce his name or if we take you guys back, you know. He's a very big person. This is so funny, you know. And they actually called him to come get us. This is so funny. In my own country, like, are we in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia or Lebanon or something, where all these mates, you know, they are getting into troubles and running away from home, and the police is still taking them back to these same families? Like, this is my country, and you guys treat me like this. You see a kid running away from this family, from this wicked and heartless family, and you take the kid back to this same family. Like, what is going on here? Like, seriously? This is a nonsensical country. I don't know if that is good English, okay? I don't care. But how can we be in a country where you think that some people are untouchable because of their position in the country, because of their status or something? You think they are untouchable? You think another person should suffer under that person because that person is a big person in the country? It doesn't make sense. Please make it make sense. So what happened? He sent one of his drivers to come get us. Yeah, go get those low-class citizens. When I got home, just imagine, that woman beat the hell out of me. She beat the hell out of me. And they took the other guy, sent him back, you know, because he was from this my auntie's husband's village. So they sent him back to the village. And she told me that, look, you're not going anywhere. That woman, she told me that, try this again. Try it again. You think you are a nobody. Who are you? Who you be? You are a nobody. And I looked at myself. I was like, oh my God. Let me tell you something. When I was staying with my mother, I did not work any farm. But with these rich people, these rich and mighty people, I worked farm. With all the workload in the house, they still subjected me under the sun, working farm. And she'll expect me, like she'll tell you, this is what you have to do. And she expect you to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You dare not do it and see what will happen. Oh God. See, then after the harvest, she'll package things, package, you know. She was a very godly woman, always going to church, always in these programs in church. Every night they were always having devotions, always praying. Godly woman indeed. So she would take the harvest, package, go give this to this person, go give it to this family, go give this to this. Never for once did she ever say, go give this to Marie's family. It's only to insult my own family. My own mother was just for you to insult her. You insult her, but you use her child. Listen, I had just one pair uniform. One pair of shoes in this dusty and muddy country. One pair uniform. But her kid, her own kid, they all had 5 pairs of uniforms each. Not to talk of official wears, varieties of shoes, all types, designs, expensive shoes, expensive clothes. But me, with all the workload, these people could not get me any better shoes. I had just one pair of shoes. I was using it for school, for church, everything. One pair uniform. They could not get me better clothes. Nothing. I was going to the cheapest school. Primary school, the cheapest school. That's where I was going to. Secondary school, the cheapest school. Yep. With all the workload. And you think you were helping me out? And to them, they think they were doing me a huge favor by sending me to school. And so many families are still doing it up to this date. They go to these poor families, they pick one kid from there, come and turn the kids, you know, to be their slave or their mate or whatever, and they're sending this kid to this cheap school. How much is school fees, for God's sake? How much is school fees? You guys, I have a housekeeper and I pay salary every month. If I can just sit down and calculate that, okay, if these people were like paying me every month, do you know how much? But they could not even get me any better clothes. They put me in the cheapest school whatsoever. When I went to the UAE, so this person recognized me because she was like, oh, you're the one. You know, we were in Form 1 together. Big cars were always coming and picking you up. So she recognized me. But I could not recognize her, you know. Big cars were not coming and picking me up. Okay, I was in secondary school and her kids were in primary school. And the two schools were in this close proximity, okay? So when this driver, they had drivers, so when a driver comes and pick up the kids, then they come and pick me also. But later on, she stopped it. She informed the drivers, nobody should pick me again. When you pick the kid, take the kid to the house. And I was always walking. She never gave me transportation. I will walk all the way to school, walk all the way back home, all that long distance. So this particular period, I was in primary school. I was always going to school late, because of the workload. And so they were always beating me in school. So over here, we all know that they are always, beating kids, for coming late, or maybe if you don't have your textbooks, or you don't do the homework, even homework. They were always beating me for not doing my homework. Okay? Why? Because of all the workloads. So one day, this teacher asked me, like, why are you always coming to school late? Why are you not doing your homework? Why is that you don't have textbooks? Why are you looking like this? Because he could differentiate. So he singled me out that, no, there's something wrong somewhere. So I opened up to this person. I felt comfortable. And, I was like this taciturn kind of person. So I was not really communicating, telling people. So I just kept myself, But I felt comfortable with this person. So I opened up to him. And what happened? He went and narrated everything to her, even added some things. I don't know what this person was looking for. Maybe he was trying to form this friendship because they were rich people. Everybody was trying to, to come close, to form friendship, to be begging money, to maybe look for a job. So maybe he was trying to use me to show this good face or maybe start a relationship. I don't know. But I was so shocked, you guys, that he went, narrated everything to her. And what happened? This woman dealt with me. She beat the hell out of me. This useless thing. Who are you to talk about me? Who are you? She dealt with me. She warned me that if I try it again, when better people are talking, me also I'm talking, and nobody like me. When people are talking, me I'm talking as who? This woman, she was so cynical. She was so delusional that she could even believe her own, what can I say, her own funny mindset. She thought she had the powers to speak over my life. Oh, you will be nothing. Let me tell you something. You are going and telling people, even if you leave me, you will end up in the streets. You will not have any education. You will end up as... She thought she had the powers to speak over my life, to tell me how my future would look like. Can you imagine the temerity, the audacity of this woman? Just imagine living in constant pain, constant torture, always in despair. I was always in this quandary, I would sit and ask myself, are you sure if I leave this family and go back to my own family, I will have a future, I will finish secondary school, I will finish university. So I was doubting my own family, because of what this woman was always saying, when somebody is on your head reminding you over and over how if you leave her, you will not have any education, you will end up useless because your family is wretched. Oh, goodness, Lord. I was watching this woman's underwears. She would pile them in the bucket. And I would wash them with my hands. With my hands. Yes, let me admit that when I was working as a maid in the Arab country, I was actually watching my boss and my madam's underwears. But I was doing it in the washing machine. And trust me, these people are extremely clean. You cannot even differentiate. You cannot even know if they are clean or dirty. All is you go, you see them in the laundry basket. You go and put in the machine. and then you sun them outside. They are not dirty. Even their bathroom that I was watching, the bathrooms were always clean. They were never dirty. They don't mess up anywhere. They don't mess up things. But with this, my aunt, yeah, I was washing her underwears with my hands. I have never washed my own mother's underwears. Never. Wash my mother's underwears? How? When? Why? Never. But I was washing this woman's underwears, scrubbing her dirty bathroom, scrubbing it with sponge. You know this soft iron sponge that they use in filing things, or you can wash the iron pot, you know, to make the pot shiny, you know, bright, sparkly. Yep, I was using it to scrub her bathroom. And the sponge will even like enter my fingers. The thing will pierce my fingers. For what? Because they were sending me to a cheap school. In Africa, where you have cheap labor, even my own housekeeper here, I wash my underwears by myself, but there is a washing machine. Oh, I take my underwears, I put in the washing machine by myself. Oh, I sun them, I remove them, I keep by myself. Oh. But I was working for these people, and I was doing all this work, going through all this beating, all this insult, all this torment. For what? Because they were sending me to the cheapest school, and to them they think they were doing me a huge favor. Who does that? And I can't believe that it is still happening. It is still happening. I can't believe it that in a country like this, they don't protect kids at all. Some people are untouchable because they are up there, because they have money. There's no justice for the poor. You see a kid that is literally suffering under a family because this family, they are big, they have name. You allow the kid there. And oh God, it is so sad. And it is not only about kids, okay? There is no justice for the poor. If you are poor, you have no justice. Justice is for the rich. I have seen somebody, this person, use his own car just because he told these bike people, shift. And the bike people were like, why? This is the road. Oh yeah, pass here. And these people turn his car like that. And what happened? One person's life, phew. And what happened? He's bragging. He's bragging. They did not lock him up. Oh. They even told him that, okay, you have to settle this family this particular amount of money. They say you have to give the family 4 million. What is 4 million compared to somebody's life? He gave the family, he said he gave them 1.4 million. He was supposed to give them 4 million, you know, but he gave 1.4 million, and he was bragging, I will not give them anything again. They should do whatever they want to do. 5 francs, one franc they will not see from me. They should do whatever they want to do. It broke my spirit. I was hurt. There is no justice for the poor. Why? It's sad. It's sad that even to date, this 21st century, we are still living like this. It is sad.